Now, there are a number of different tools available for you. These are detailed in the accompanying book that will help you to do the social bookmarking. This is the first one, the SocialBot. It's quite a good piece of software, SocialBot. It's very powerful. And you can see here some of the features of it. It allows you to have multiple profiles on social bookmarking sites. It will spider your website for you automatically. And it generates site maps. And it submits to 120 sites. That's quite a lot of sites. You can define your own keywords. And it's fully threaded. Now, this is actually quite a good feature. It means it runs very quickly. So instead of doing one submission at a time, what it does is it runs multiple submissions at once. So it'll run 4 or 5 submissions all at once. So it's very, very fast and very powerful. So this is one piece of tool. It's pretty good, to be perfectly honest. So can't complain about this. I think it's a very good piece of software. One of the big benefits about it is this: the fact it's only $25. And the company that runs it quite often do sales 2 or 3 times a year. They'll do sales where you can get it for half of that, or sometimes even a little bit less. So it's very, very powerful piece of software, SocialBot. So that's one of the tools. There are lots and lots. I mean, if I go to Google and we look here, we do social bookmarking software. You can see here there's many different tools and people willing to do it for you. So there's some manual submissions there and so on. There's software called Ping Spider. There's this one here that does 160 sites, and so on. So you can see there's actually quite a few bits of software there. You can even see some some here that are quite good. So the next one I want to show you is one called Bookmarking Demon. Now, Bookmarking Demon is considered by many to be the best piece of software available. If you scroll down, you can see it's a standard sales letter, but Bookmarking Demon is apparently very, very powerful. I haven't used it myself, but I have been when I've done my research, this is one that consistently comes out as being the top tool to use. It really, really does. So if we scroll down a bit further, we will see some of the information about it. So it will create automatically create 100 different social bookmarking accounts. So that's very, very powerful. So nothing for you to do. And then you can create random accounts as well. So this is kind of good. So what it'll do, it will register different usernames and then randomly pick one. So this means there's even less chance of you being caught or sort of shown for spam. You can schedule as well, so you can submit and drip feed your bookmarks over a period of time, which is also very, very powerful. You can have multiple accounts, so you can see there's quite a lot of features in this piece of tool. This tool is very, very powerful. But this is one of the big benefits. Now, we talk later on about this. Scuttle and Plig are pieces of software that you can use to create your own social bookmarking site. Now, the real benefit to you, of course, is that you can go and get big lists of these. There are thousands of these sites, and I do seriously mean there are thousands. There's people selling lists of these sites, and there's several thousand of them. And you can automatically add these to this tool, so you can increase the number of sites that it bookmarks for you. So it's absolutely fantastic. It bookmarks your URLs. And you can see, you can randomize the titles, tags, and description. Remember, we talked about this, and that you needed to randomize this to make sure that you had as many unique entries as you can. Well, this is a tool that will do this for you automatically. So very, very powerful for you. So that's very, very good. This is so useful. Not every piece of software does this, but what it will do is it will automatically verify emails. So when you go and create the accounts, instead of you having to go to your email address and activate every single one, it will activate them for you. So that's a bit of a deal, really. And you can see there it does all sorts of other bits as well. It'll ping social profiles. It'll manage projects. I mean, it's see, there's some randomization settings. So, you know, a very, very powerful piece of software. It really, really is. So it supports multi-threading. So that's very, very powerful. Allows you to pause between submissions, which is also kind of useful as well. You can use proxy servers, and so on. So you can see very, very powerful. The only thing that sort of upsets people with this is the fact that it's $150. However, as you can see here, you search around, you know, you can buy it here for $107, and there's various people offering bonuses for it. Because it's such a popular piece of software, a lot of people market it as affiliates, so you can often pick it up quite well. And you can see here, obviously it doesn't tell you what the software is, but it's showing you some other ones. I mean, there's some of these that will charge you a monthly fee as well. You see there's some there that charge you $100 a month. So, you know, having done some research in this, I can honestly say to you that this is the best piece of software for this that I found. But the price tag will put a lot of people off. This is why many people use SocialBot. I mean, $25, anyone can afford that, and off they go. Bookmarking Demon's a bit more expensive. Yes, it is, but it's very fully featured and is very, very regularly updated. It's updated every sort of month or two, if not more often. You can see there a list of updates. So, you know, it's well worth your while with this, to be perfectly honest. So that's Bookmarking Demon. I would say if you got $150 in the bank, then that's something to consider. And then there's another one here called Bookmark Quiz. Again, they're all pretty much the same. It just doesn't matter, you know. I mean, SocialBot will do the job, and it's enough to get you started. You know, there's this one here. This is $97, and you see here we got a standard sales letter, bit of proof, bit more proof, and you see there's, you know, lots of testimonials. So it's obviously a very powerful piece of software. So it tells you a bit more about what it does. So this is one of the things that people like. You can see here, it's very quick, it's automatic. You can use lots of different email accounts, automatic account creation, email validation, that's very important. It pings all your links for quick indexing, uses proxy servers, automatic capture entry, so that's fantastic, saves you time. And you can see there's much more there as well. So you can see that this one is also very good. Has a 60-day money back guarantee, so you can't really complain with that, to be perfectly truthful. You can see there it's $97. So, you know, any of these pieces of software will do the job for you. It doesn't matter which one you choose at the end of the day. It depends upon your budget. As I said, Bookmarking Demon really is considered by many to be the high end of the market. SocialBot is cheap, cheerful, and works. And Bookmark Quiz is somewhere in the middle. So it's entirely up to you which one you fancy, which one you want to work with. But if you're going to do social bookmarking yourself, yes, you could go to each site manually and do it, but frankly, that's going to take forever. It really is. If you haven't got anything better to do, then yeah, by all means do it, but be prepared for it to take a lot of your time. The advantage with the tool is you set it going and leave it running. I mean, it will do, SocialBot does 120 sites. If I was to manually do 120 sites, say each one took me 5 minutes, okay, which is conservative estimate. 5 minutes per site, 120, 120 times 5. You're talking 600 minutes, which is what's that? It's 5 hours. Whereas with a piece of software, it can do it in an hour, and off it goes and does it itself. So it is worth using a tool if you're going to do social bookmarking yourself. It's going to save you a lot of time in the long run and really speed up the whole process. Remember, the more time you've got to build your business, the better. If you're sitting there spending 5 hours a day social bookmarking your sites, then that's 5 hours a day where you're not article marketing or doing other things that are building your business and making it profitable. So really, a tool is a very profitable option. And as I said, for $25, I mean, that's ridiculously cheap. For $150, when you think about it, if you say your time's worth, I don't know, $25, you've only got to do 6 hours of bookmarking or something, and then you're in profit. So it is worthwhile doing this. It really is. So have a look at the 3 tools that we talked about, have a look at some of the others, and decide which one suits you, and most importantly, suits your budget.